This is a demonstration of how I use SECockpit for brainstorming brand new niche ideas. And it can start from like one broad niche, and I could suddenly find myself going off a complete tangent and finding some really obscure niche that I'd never even thought of in the first place by using this process that I'm about to show you now. So first of all, what I do is I click on the new keyword search, and the idea of this is to come up with just something that's a very broad idea. So for example, stamp collecting. So I just type stamp collecting in there. Now it might not mean that I'll end up with something related to stamp collecting, as you'll find out in a minute, but I might. I'm not going to discount anything, I'm not going to rule anything in or out. Okay, but at the moment I'm going to start with stamp collecting. I'm then going to click on Google AdWords synonyms tick box there, leave this unticked for now. Then down here, tag the results with a blue tag or whatever color you like. Click save and close, and let SECockpit do its thing. It usually comes back within 30 seconds, but I'll just pause this while it does it. Okay, so it's finished doing that. I will now expand on this initial list by clicking on expand and typing once again stamp collecting in here, and this time I will tick on the Google suggest synonyms, which comes back with a list of what Google suggests, obviously, and as you can see it's doing its thing, and I'll pause the video again while it does it. It'll only take about 30 seconds, I imagine. As you can see, it's finished this particular part of the process now, and it's finished with 740 keywords found so far. And I'll just do one more thing, expand from keyword again, and type in stamp collecting again. Click on Google related searches and recursive search. Oh, I forgot to tag the results again. I'll tag them red this time. Save and close. And this takes a little bit longer because it does a lot of digging now. Remember, 740 keywords. I'll pause the video again, and when I resume you'll see how many keywords it's found. Okay, so I'm back again, and as you see down here now, it's found 1038 keywords, all broadly related to stamp collecting. Now let me just get rid of this so that we can see a little bit more of the screen, and this as well. If I can just stretch this back. Now I've got a little tight space to show you everything here, and I'll just stretch this out so you can see the actual words. A little bit too much back. Okay, so what we got here is, if I sort by their niche algorithm, which basically is an algorithm which SECockpit believes are the most valuable keywords and easy to target. Look at this one. How much is a stamp? 90,500 searches a month. Wow, that's okay. That's the first thing. What I do now is I go into my projects section down here. Straight away I found something. I've got a brainstorming section there. What I do is I just drag that into the brainstorming. How much is a stamp? Wow, 90,000 searches. That's obviously a question that gets asked a lot. Word unscrambler, 2 million, is that two? No, sorry, 201,000 searches a month. You see these little indicators here, the little orange bars. These indicate the strength of competition for the first 10 spaces on Google. The more orange in there, the harder. So if you see something like this has got quite a bit of white space after it, then it's pretty good. So word unscrambler, I imagine that's something to do with Scrabble or something, in these online Scrabble games that get played. Ethyl acetate, florid. Wow, 14,800 searches, hardly any competition there. Let's have a little look at this. Right, I just put this in my brainstorming section here. Right, now, for example, now I've looked at this and I've come up with, as you can see, within a minute, 3 unrelated ideas to stamp collecting, I hasten to add, but 3 new ideas for sites that I could build which have plenty of searches a month. relatively easy competition. But let's take this one for example, florid. I've never heard of this before, or maybe it's because I'm English and it's an American term, I don't know. But if I click on it, and what it'll do now is it'll open up this top 10 listing on Google. If you scroll down as well, you also get the insights graph as well showing. But I'm more interested in this. I want to find out what it's actually about. Having a red or flushed complexion, a stout man. And the interesting thing about SECockpit is it uses SEO Moz data. If you're not aware of SEO Moz, they use their own proprietary system for ranking, say the SE value of sites. Very similar to the way Google does it with their page rank, but they call it Moz rank. If you see a green Moz rank with a less than say 3 or 4, then you're onto a winner here. And this is pretty good. Moz rank of 0 means basically it's an easy keyword to target. I'll just have a look at some of these sites here. Right, so we've got, so obviously Wikipedia is always there. These are all like dictionaries and definitions of florid and stuff. So what I tend to do now is, once I've found an interesting subject that I want to build a site about, obviously florid is about having a flushed complexion, and obviously it's a problem for some people. I could create quite an interesting information site about this particular problem. So what I've done now is I've gone from stamp collecting to something about having a problem with a red complexion, and now I'm going to dig a little bit deeper by looking at some forums and discussion groups and more information online about this particular problem, and come up with some more information. So but for now what I'll do is I'll just dig a little bit deeper into this particular keyword by starting a new keyword search. Florid. Let's see what it comes up with. Now obviously it could be short for Florida as well, so that you need to be aware of that. Click on the Google AdWords synonyms, and this time click on the related ideas box here. Click save and close. Let it do its thing. Once again I'll just pause while it does this. Okay, it's come back, it's found 64 keywords. This is interesting, this little diamond symbol up here. This is SECockpit's way of telling you whether the niche is actually extremely valuable. So that's interesting to see. And what I'll do, so I'll just stretch this out so you can see some more of the keywords. Florid. Okay, I'll just sort this again by niche. There we go. Florid. This is a valuable keyword. Florid definition. 1,000 searches a month. Hardly any competition. Wow. Define florid. Florid psychosis. I mean, these are all like 210 monthly searches. Might not sound like much, but if you can create a 10-15 page site on the problem of a florid complexion, okay, and then symptoms, causes, and cures and stuff like that, and you put a few affiliate links in there, maybe some AdSense, you know, you're onto a little winner here. The other thing I want to see is if there's any EMDs. Look at this, .coms and .nets available for all of these terms here. So you could create a small micro niche site on florid definitions. So say define florid. That's available as a .com. You could buy that and you could benefit from the exact match domain value of that particular keyword. So yeah, here we go. That's how I do my brainstorming. As you can see, it's under 10 minutes and I've come up with 3 great ideas for new brainstorms. Ideas from stamp collecting, 3 very broad different ideas, I hasten to add, and also dug a little bit deeper and seen that yes, I could build a site on this particular subject here and make some money from it. Thank you for listening.